Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome back to Rising World. I'm Elspeth and today it begins. Today it begins. So, yes, today begins the actual first steps of the construction on our beautiful manor home. So my first priority here is to have something of a base to work from. And for that, I think that this will do very, very nicely. Come on. Go. Sometimes it's hard to get the earth to do what you want it to do. All right. There we go. We're just going to go all the way across here. We're going to have this nice little road. Well, not really fancy enough to be called a road. You could think of it as more of a nicely paved path, really. But that's going to go across from our mine to our pond and our little field over there. And then branching off from this is going to be the beginning of the entrance to our actual manor house. And so I've been doing a lot of research. Well, okay. Research might be an exaggeration. I've been playing around on Google. Let's put it that way. Far more honest. Looking at some of the things that traditional medieval style homes had. What are you doing? Quit. So I'm going to be incorporating as much of that as I can, realistically. I'm going to kind of keep in mind our available resources and what would appear to be genuinely reasonable for where we are and what we're dealing with, basically. I don't want to create something that is like impossible to realistically have given the circumstances. I want to be, I want to be pretty reasonable about what we could accomplish with what we have at hand. So, it's time. Which way will I turn? Which way will I turn? Yeah, we're going to go up the side of the hill. And that's really just because I honestly love the idea of having houses that are like hobbit holes. I would actually love to live in a house that's like a hobbit hole. To me, that seems absolutely wonderful. So, oops. Wrong starting point, sort of. Sort of the wrong starting point. Now that I have the hammer, I can just take these up. I have a rough draft, you could say, of how I want this to go. And I'm not entirely certain how well that'll work out. We'll see. But I'm hoping that it works out well. Because if I can take kind of what I see in my head and turn it into a reality, I think that's going to look really cool. So it's going to be a little tricky getting everything to kind of line up properly. And there's going to be a fair amount of terraforming involved in this. And this is also going to be a very extensive process. Because this is going to be a pretty big house. So it's not going to go up overnight. Let's put it that way. But I think it's going to be worth it. And I really hope that as we go along, I hope that you guys will also agree that it is worth it. Fingers crossed. My fingers are crossed. Anyway. But yeah, it's going to be wonderful. I am in part drawing some inspiration from some of the things that Lady De Winter has done with her current series, and it's by no means copying. I don't do that. But you know, when you see someone building something and you kind of think to yourself, you know, that's a really cool idea, but I wonder what would happen if I changed it to be something else instead. So that's kind of what I mean with that. It's not that I'm copying anything that she's done. It's just that some of her ideas I really liked, and I think that if I tweak them a little bit, they will be perfect for this build. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go over 2 more. And it would be great if I could kind of bring the hill up to meet this, but I'll do something that looks like supports underneath it at a later point in time. And that will look pretty good. So, and I did think long and hard about actually doing a castle, basically. And then I decided that just really would not be, that really wouldn't be something that I wanted to repeat, because for those of you who watched and are watching what I'm doing in Survival Craft, you know that 1, I have done castles, and 2, I'm kind of doing another one as we speak. So I really don't want to duplicate that effort. I want to do something, I want to have something different. So that's part of the reason that I chose not to do a castle. Another part of the reason is just that I really enjoy doing different things, because it's a great challenge for myself, and I absolutely love that. That's why I do a lot of what I do, is because it's a great challenge for myself, and that was potentially not the brightest of ideas. I could have injured myself quite badly there, but oh well. So yeah, that's kind of a lot of the inspiration behind some of the stuff that I do, is just that I love a good challenge. And if I keep doing different things, then I keep being challenged. And as long as we're in here, since we're walking past the furnace anyway, I'll empty it out, restock it. It does take forever to melt down all the ore that you end up getting. But it's worth it. It's really worth it. Honestly and truly. Because you'll end up using all of it eventually. I was reading on some of the posts on the actual official Rising World forum today, and I was at work, so I wasn't actually replying to any of them, which I do want to go back and do later. But one of the things that I saw that really caught my eye was someone mentioning that we should be able to do a custom furnace. And I agree. I agree 100%. Because I'm going to have to make the larger furnace. That small one just is not enough to keep up. But it's hard to find someplace good to fit it. So if you could just craft your own custom furnace, I mean, that would be phenomenal, right? You could put it wherever you wanted to, wherever it would be the best fit, and you'd be set. It would look great. You could make it blend in with whatever build you're doing. That would be absolutely wonderful. So I wholeheartedly agree with that. And the reason that I mention it is because I know that this game is still being developed. It's still in alpha. So that means if any of the rest of you think that that is a phenomenal idea as well, then jump on the Rising World forums and make a post, comment, share the idea, share the thought. Let's build some support for that. And you never know. Maybe in a few updates, we might get that. So yeah, that's something to kind of keep in mind, is that if there is something that you think would make a great addition to the game, then by all means, shout it out. Wow, I'm going to need so much more stone. And this is just, I'm just doing the staircase right now, going up. I haven't actually gotten to the official build yet. Let's see if I can make this. Yeah, no. You really can't actually make it come right up to the edge there. I wish I could, without having something behind it to support it. But let's take a look here from the side and see. This part looks good. I need to do something else here because that's too open. So I kind of need like support posts or something coming down, and I will probably just make wooden blocks for those, because that is, well, yeah, no, I think that wooden blocks would probably be the best. I think those will look very appropriate. Actually, I think I can make them round instead of squared off, and then that way it will look like wooden columns holding those up. So I'll do that as well. And then I think we're getting very close to where I want to start the actual entrance here. I think that's going to be right here coming up. I am really, really looking forward to doing this. I actually, the job that I'm doing right now is really slow a lot of the time, so I basically have some spare time occasionally, and I've been doing some sketches of various ideas that I have for what I want to do for this, and I'm very excited with those. It's going to be so much fun. It really, really is. And like I said, I'm spending a lot of time looking on Google, trying to think about what would be appropriate features for a manor house in this time period, in this medieval style time period. What should it have? What should be in it? What should not be in it? Kind of looking at when they started to incorporate certain things into their residences, and other little details like that. So I'm trying to be as true to this time period as I can. Obviously, it's not necessarily going to be perfect, and I probably will deliberately fudge a few details just because I'm going to want to do things that are probably not 100% accurate. Well, no probably about it. Things that are not 100% accurate to the time period. Let's be honest about that. Really no point in pretending that I'm going to actually be completely faithful to this, but I am going to try to be relatively faithful. So that's going to be fun on the one hand, challenging on the other. Kind of see how this all works out. I honestly don't know how everything will go. There are going to be some aspects of this that will be very challenging. But again, like I said, I really enjoy a good challenge. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. I am really excited. I am really, really excited. And I don't know. If I have all the drawings actually put together into one coherent sketch that is legible, I might try and post that up so you guys can see what I'm thinking about. We'll see. We'll see. This is going to be so much fun. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. The other thing that I was thinking of is that this game does technically have multiplayer. So, we could potentially try and do some work together on a server. If we were to pick a server that we wanted to kind of band together on, we could do that. Now, of course, the only downside there is that this game is for PC. So for those of you who are on Android or playing on an iPad, this isn't going to be playable for you. So that would limit the number of people, unfortunately. I know that I had talked at one point with Farmer 1267 about being able to play games together, but I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have his computer yet, and I'm not sure how many others are in that same situation. So that might be a less than appealing notion for a lot of folks. Let's see here. Okay. What I really want to be able to figure out how to do is to make double doors, because I just think that that would look so much better. But unfortunately, at this point in time, I haven't worked that out just yet. I do plan to continue trying because, like I said, I think the double doors would look a lot better. Especially because this is going to be a very large manor house. So it seems very appropriate that it would have such large double doors to greet guests as they come in. I think that's very, very appropriate. And I might eventually kind of try and cover this in dirt just to improve the appearance of having it dug into the side of the hill, because I did come very far up to be digging into the side of the hill, so I'm probably going to need to put in some dirt, kind of trying to get it up along the sides here, just making it look more like it was actually dug out of the side of the hill. But that's a bit of a future thing. Right now I want to focus on getting the manor house up so that we actually have something to show for all of our work, basically. Because we've done a lot, and I mean, it's not like this little cabin is horrible by any means, but it could be so much better. And it is getting dark. Our time together for this day is drawing to a close. So, very quickly here, we're going to do a couple of slightly more last minute things. Do I still have the sledgehammer? I do. Okay. So, first off, I'm just going to take out these sides here because I'm going to force myself to put in double doors. And it's not like yes, I could just put in double doors, but they'd both swing in different directions, so it wouldn't really look right. So I want to figure out how to put them in so that they are like a traditional double door. So yeah, I'm not putting up doors until I can work that out. So if it is a little vulnerable up here, that's just the way it's going to have to be. And I'll work this out. I'm sure that you can do it. I just have to figure out how. I'm sure it won't take me that long. I will put in one door here to solidify the entrance. I don't want it opening in. I think that the doors should open out. Yes. I want them to open out. Alright, so there's the one and only door that we're going to put up. And then that will confirm where the top of our structure is, our ceiling, so to speak. So we can go across there. And we are now started on our little, oh gosh, what is it called? I believe that it is, I'm probably not going to pronounce it right, but I believe that it's an antechamber. It's basically an entrance. It kind of is like an entrance hall in its own little way. But yeah, that's It's what this little area is going to be, and then it's going to be expanded back beyond that. And because this is going to require so much digging, I probably am going to try and fit in another live stream of this on Sunday. I might try for Sunday morning. I don't know for sure yet. I am still going to do the Saturday afternoon Survival Craft 2 stream. So still on for that. But I might try and do a Sunday afternoon stream as well. Well, maybe a Sunday morning stream. Might do a Sunday morning stream of this while I have my coffee. We'll see. But that would allow a bit more time to work on this because, like I said, I don't want to do things off camera, because then if something really cool happens, you guys are going to miss it, and I don't want to do that to you. Not that I truly think something really cool is going to happen while I'm, you know, digging, but I wouldn't want to take the chance. So there we are. We've started. We have started. Bedrock is solid. The foundation is going in. And the future is beginning. So we're going to go ahead and call it an episode here. Thank you guys very much for dropping in to check out what I'm doing. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Comment if you have any ideas, or hey, if you happen to know what I need to do to make the whole double doors swing properly together, that'd be great. I really would love to know the secret to that. So if you happen to know that secret, by all means, please share. Please share. I'm serious. So yeah. We have begun. Thank you guys very much again for dropping in. And I will hopefully I will see you for a Sunday morning live stream of Rising World, and then of course the Saturday afternoon live stream of Survival Craft. Thanks everyone. Have a good night.